What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we are on some Forza Motorsport 6, and I wanted to take a look at pretty much the only car that I haven't driven yet from the most recent car pack, you know, with the December update, which is this, the Ferrari 250 LM. So this is pretty much a 1963 version of the 250 GTO, but it has been slightly changed, I guess. It does have slightly less horsepower, but it is a lot lighter. It is now a mid-engine rear-wheel drive instead of front-engine rear-wheel drive, and I'm pretty sure this is actually faster than the 250 GTO, just because this is, like I said, just it's mid-engine. I think it's better balanced as well. And yeah, I thought I could take it around the track and see what it's like. I'm gonna keep it stock because I'm not really interested in like finding out how good this is tuned, obviously. I want to see what this thing is like stock, so I thought I'd go ahead and take it around kind of a simple track, but you know, something that has quite a decent amount of corners. I think the best track for this was probably Brands Hatch. You know, it's not like a crazy long track, and you know, the full version of Brands Hatch I think would be just fine for this. Assists, let me go check it out, see what's on or off. Everything is off. ABS is on, that's pretty much it. That's the only thing that I want to keep on, and that's about it. Let's hop on and see what this thing is like. I've driven pretty much every other car from the car pack except for this, and I thought that we could start off the new year with something that I haven't actually tried yet before. So yes, happy new year to everybody. Hopefully you guys have a good 2016, and hopefully you guys had a good you know, 2015, like, I guess, party or whatever for the 31st. If you guys do celebrate anything like that, if you guys had a party, and hopefully you guys had a good one. The back looks a little bit weird, but I kind of prefer the shape of this this 250 GTO, I think, because it just looks like a little bit more of a race car than a 250 GTO does. The 250 GTO, in my opinion, looks a little bit more like a tourer, and this, I think, might be a little bit faster as well, like I said. So let's have a look. Let's go back into the interior. So yeah, the interior kind of looks pretty plain, I guess. There's not a lot in here. You have a couple of switches for the vents, and I'm guessing mirrors and stuff like that. Or not mirrors, I mean wipers, and that's probably about it. Over here we have a couple more dials. I think that says oil, so oil temperature down there. I'm guessing voltage and fuel gauge. I have no idea exactly, but yeah, let's go ahead and actually get this thing started and see what this thing sounds like as well. I like it. It sounds good. Alright, let's take off and actually see what this thing drives like. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Why is first gear so incredibly... Okay, does this thing have 4 gears? Because it's so old, this might actually have 4 gears. One sec, let me check. No, it has 5 gears. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that we're probably not even gonna get to 4th gear going around this track. Whoa. Okay, that's good. That is really good. Oh my god, this is really well balanced. This has right now around 300 horsepower, and it only weighs 2,000 pounds. So this is a very good power to weight ratio right now for a car this old. I'm doing 87 miles an hour in first gear. What is this gear? What? I'm so confused with what's going on with the gears. They're absolutely insane. Very long. They shouldn't be this long. I think that this thing could be a little bit faster if the gears ratios were a little bit shorter, but I'm not entirely sure what's the deal with the gears. I'm guessing, you know, I know that the car is old and stuff like that, and I know that most of the cars that came around this area were mostly 4 gear, like just they only had like 4 gears. But I was about to say 4 speed, not 4 gears. That doesn't really make sense, now, does it? But yeah, most of these were 4 speed, so I'm not entirely sure why this thing is a 5th gear, because we're never ever gonna be able to use it. 2nd gear is pretty pointless as well, driving around these corners. Most of them should really take these in 1st gear, but 2nd gear, I guess only 1 or 2 corners we can actually take in 2nd gear on this track. Like this one I have to drop down to 2nd gear, and I'm still going too fast. Or I'm still going too slow for 2nd gear, so I could have just went back down to 1st. This one's definitely a 1st gear corner. It's a very, very, very well balanced car though. For a car that's this old. Then again, it is Ferrari, so they're always trying to be ahead of the game with car handling and stuff like that. So it is a very, very, very good car to drive. Trying to get this thing to slide out a little bit. Well, you do get a little bit of lift-off oversteer in some of these corners. That's probably my fault. You know, I could just take my foot off the gas a little bit slower. Then just completely like taking it off, just completely taking my foot off, I should say, having a stroke in the middle of that sentence. But yeah, you do have a little bit of lift-off oversteer, which is very, very easy. See what I mean? I'm having a stroke. Very easily controlled. All right. It's good though. It's really good to drive. Very solid. Very, very solid car, and it's kind of difficult for you to actually even go off the track because it's so easy to control. It's very light, so when you use your brakes, it actually does properly slow down. It's just a very, very good car overall to drive. It just feels more like a race car than the 250 GTO, in my opinion. And I'm guessing because this is mid-engine instead of front-engine rear-wheel drive, that's probably where all the good balance comes from in this car. There we go. I want to go a little bit faster so I can get the back out a little bit. There we go. Of course we have to get the back out on some of these corners. Come on, come on. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. First gear's too long. If it was just a little bit shorter and I had to use second gears for some of these corners, or at least even just still use first gear, but it's fucking huge. Look at this. I'm doing 86 miles an hour in first gear. That should not be a thing. Yeah, that should not be a thing in first gear, but it's all good. Like I said, I think with a little bit more tuning for the transmission, I mean, if I just bring the gear ratios just a little bit closer together, I think the acceleration of this car would definitely go up by a lot. Because 300 horsepower is still a lot, right? Even for like even nowadays standards, it's still kind of a lot. Especially for a really small light car like this. I think this would be an absolute weapon around the track if it's just tuned a little bit more and basically modernized a little bit, I guess you'd say. I'm not entirely sure what tires is on this thing because I haven't actually checked. But they don't seem to slide out that much from underneath me, so I'm not entirely sure if they're street or sports tires, but I'm pretty sure that they are sports tires because they grip up quite a lot. And if they are street tires, then I don't know what's the deal with this. I'm pretty sure then the transmission is the only thing, I guess, on this car that's just not the best. Everything else just seems to just work fine. Properly balanced. The suspension is a little bit soft for my liking. That's something that we can change. Specifically the springs. The springs just seem to be letting the car just, I don't know, sort of flop around a little bit too much. So that's something we can try and work on. But yeah, like I said, a little bit of modernizing with this car would probably get this to be really, really fast around the track. Yes, there we go. Getting a little bit of oversteer action going. Nice. Alright, well, let's finish off this lap real quick. I'll go back to the interior again. Fucking hell, this revs a lot. Oh, does this thing rev up to 9,000 RPM? Let me see this. 1 sec. I'll do one in first gear. Okay, perfect time. This thing revs up to 9,000 RPM! Holy shit! Oh, and I'm gone off the track. Oh, no. I was doing so well. Car's about really, really dirty right now. I really, really do wonder how expensive one of these things are in real life. I honestly do. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is an actual thing. This could have been just like a some sort of like a very limited run of cars. I'm not entirely sure. I've never looked up the 250 LM before, so I'm not entirely sure. But that's it. That will be our little test run of the Ferrari 250 LM. This was fun. This is a very well balanced car for its age. It's very good. So that's gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed me taking out and taking a look at the Ferrari 250 LM. That's gonna be it. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.